It's a beautiful day in McMinnville, Oregon, and some high school football players are out on the field trying to get some extra work in before camp starts.
Dang, bro, fall camp starts tomorrow. I know, it's so soon, but I'm kind of excited but kind of nervous.
Yeah, I wonder what the top 10 things a high school football player should know.
Maybe we should go see if adventure athletes help.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh crap, I think adventure athletes have football meetings right now. Wait, doesn't that mean we have to see Coach Buck?
Who's Coach Buck?
You're about to find out. Bro, didn't you read the sign that says do not knock? Oh shoot.
What the hell is going on out here, fellas? Do you not see the sign? It says, do not knock.
We're here to see adventure athlete. Yeah, we want to ask him, what are the 10 things every high school football player should know?
Oh, you're here to see adventure athlete. Well, it's your lucky day, because I'm about to walk inside and I'm going to go get him down here. Adventure athlete! What's up, brothers?
We have a question for you.
What are the 10 things every high school football player should know?
Yeah, that's definitely a question I can help you guys answer. Right now we got a little break before meeting, so if y'all want to come inside, come on in, let's get it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Clark Hazlett, better known as Adventure Athlete. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
And welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 things that every high school player needs to know. But before we get into the video, as y'all saw, that I recently just did a shoulder pad giveaway on my Instagram. And for this week, I'm going to be giving away a pair of cleats. I've got the OBJ up tempos. I'm not going to be giving these cleats away, unfortunately. But all you guys got to do for the giveaway is follow the link down in the description below. And it's basically just subscribing to my second channel, as I'm really going to also be starting to upload Clark in real life videos starting here this upcoming fall.
Whoa! Oh my God.
Wanted to spice it up a little bit.
Right now we are currently flying right over Linfield College.
Let's now get into the video. All right, y'all, so basically what I did is I put together the top 10 things that every high school football player needs to know, starting with number 1. 4 years is not forever. What do I mean by that? I cannot stress enough the importance of making sure that you take advantage of the 4 years that you get a chance to play this game with your childhood friends. While the 4 years may feel like a long time, they're gonna be gone in a blink of an eye. Yesterday I was out on the football field walking under those bright lights, and now that I'm in college, we rarely play on Friday nights. And there's something just about that feeling of being able to be out under those lights during those Friday nights that I really, really miss. Another thing that I really miss about high school is getting a chance to kick it in the back of the bus with my buddies, as well as arriving at the locker room to unpack with your teammates, as well as just getting a chance to do those pregame walks around the track. And I also just really encourage you guys to really enjoy the little moments, like those game day bus rides in the back and all those laughs with your teammates, and most importantly, getting to wear your jerseys around the hallways at your school, as well as getting a chance to see those girls in the stands rocking your jersey. Now moving on to the next piece of advice. So the second piece of advice I got for you guys is do not skip practice. You're in high school, and I understand that y'all want to have a good time, but there will come a time where you'll be tempted to skip practice to hang out with a girl that might try to, lead you down the wrong path. My advice for you guys is to not skip those practices or get sidetracked, because the older you get, the more likely you're going to miss those practices rather than hanging out with that girl. Moving on to advice tip number 3. The third piece of advice for you guys is that someday you will respect the mean coach on your football team.
What the f was that? You f***ing idiots!
Every high school team has that coach that's always a little too hyper or gets a little too hyphy, and also sometimes a little bit too grouchy that y'all have to deal with. They push the limits while pushing you in the weight room as well as on the field. And while at times you might be hating this coach during the 4 years that you're at your high school, he will most likely be the one that will still be in your life in the future, as well as potentially even showing up to your wedding. Tip number 4 for you guys is to enjoy the atmosphere of high school football. While you're getting a chance to travel to a small town for a Friday night football game, there's just something about the feeling of pulling up and starting to see the game day lights shining bright, as well as once y'all get a chance to see the field, the butterflies sometimes start to kick in. There's nothing like the feeling of the buzz that hums around the field during warm-ups, so really enjoy those moments with your teammates and brothers. Enjoy the community support that you get from the people in the city, from the painted storefront windows to the fans who are in line in the streets and the walkways that are wishing you luck before the game. Now moving on to tip number 5. Tip number 5. Fall camp is going to be hard, but it's going to make you better. For all you freshmen that have not had a chance to experience it yet, really embrace this time. You sophomores, seniors, and juniors know what it's like, and really make sure you guys pick up the freshmen that are on your team that are about to go through fall camp with you guys. I know a lot of players dread the start of fall camp. It is typically almost as much running as it is working the X's and O's. This is during the warmest days of the football season in the summer, and fall camp will really push you to your limits and maybe beyond, but the rest of the season you'll be able to say that it was nothing compared to what you faced in the beginning of the year during fall camp. Now moving on to number 6. Moving on to tip number 6, and that is put in the work in the offseason. It's a little late to do so now, but if you are not conditioning and lifting year-round, then you are not only failing yourself, but you're also failing your teammates. Other teams are going to be running hills and lifting, and you can't allow other teams to be able to outwork you as well as your teammates. So it's really important to hold your teammates as well as yourself accountable. Plus, those early morning runs create some really good bonding memories with your teammates. Moving on now to tip number 7. Tip number 7 is really, really important to me, and that is that you are a role model as a high school football player, and that kids in the stands look up to you. Growing up, I'd idolize Jake Locker, who played at Ferndale High School, which was about 30 minutes from where I lived, and went on to play at the University of Washington as well as in the NFL for the Tennessee Titans. He was my favorite player to watch every single Friday night. And I'd get a chance to go down there out on the field when he was done playing and always get a chance to say hello and get his autograph. With him being my idol, he did a really good job being a role model for me and talked to me a lot about what the process was like growing up in terms of how to play football, as well as taking me through camps and showing me different drills that I needed to do. When I became the starting quarterback my freshman year in high school, I started to see how the younger generation was looking up to me as their idol as well as their role model. And that's where I started to take it upon myself to be that role model for the younger generation and give them time of day after games to get a chance to chat with them. And that's what my YouTube channel is all about, which is trying to be a role model for the younger generation to help inspire all of you guys to chase your dreams and to not let anyone tell you you can't accomplish something, and to also show y'all a little bit of the behind the scenes in regard to what it's like being a college football player on and off the field. Now moving on to tip number 8. Tip number 8 pertains to playing time. I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to start as a freshman at the age of 14 at the varsity level and start for 3 years. Then I transferred my senior year and didn't get the chance to start. So basically my high school experience was flip-flop, where most freshmen come in, they don't get a chance to play varsity, but then their sophomore, junior, and senior year, they get a chance to prove themselves. But at the end of the day, 5-10 years from now, no one's gonna really remember who played and who didn't. So if you're not the starting player on the team, or if you really don't get that much playing time, the actual opportunity to get a chance to play, create bonding memories with your teammates, and overall just learn the life lessons that all come from playing the sport of football is crucial. For any of you guys that are thinking about quitting, make sure you leave a comment down below, because I'd love to give you guys a call and chat with you, because playing football not only helps you in the long run in terms of with your career in life, but it also helps you become the best man that you can be in your life. So like I said, those of you guys that are on the cuff, thinking about quitting football, leave a comment down below and I'm gonna get a chance to reach out to you guys personally. Now moving on to tip number 9. Tip number 9 pertains to getting your classwork done. We're all student athletes at the middle school level, high school level, and college level, and really learning those time management skills is very important in regard to being a football player in high school. If any of you guys have any questions and tips in regard to how I would always schedule out and work on my time management skills during high school as well as in college, leave a comment down below and I can make sure to make a separate video on that. But it's really important that you guys stay on top of your grades, because if you're ineligible, you're never gonna get a chance to see any time on those Friday nights. I would always challenge you guys this. My goal in high school was to have the star next to my name, which said that I had a 3.5 higher GPA, which shows that I'm not just a jock, I'm actually a student athlete. And that's one thing that really pushed me to always make sure I had my grades, and always making sure I was going to class was so that I could have that star next to my name, to have that 3.5 recognition from everyone in the crowd. When they look at the roster, they'll see, okay, Clark Hazlett always had that star next to his name. I wasn't a 4.0 guy, but that's something that y'all should definitely strive for. And not only that, but your parents are also going to be really proud to be able to brag about you in the stands with that star next to your name, knowing that you have a 3.5 or higher. Now moving on to the last tip, number 10 for you guys. The last tip for you guys is to make sure that you have fun. Football is a sport that requires a lot of time and effort. It takes a toll on your body, and if you're not careful, it can become a drag. Don't let those losses linger, and make sure you guys really take care of your bodies. And at the end of the games, really enjoy those moments on the field with your classmates. I'm hopeful that if you guys follow this advice, not only are you guys gonna have a great and awesome football career in high school, but you guys are also going to get a chance to build some memories, as well as foster the passion for sport for years to come when your playing days are over on those Friday nights, and hopefully getting a chance to play on Saturdays, maybe even Sundays. With that said, thank you guys so much for showing love and support.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe,
And turn on post notifications.
make sure to click the link down in the description below to enter the giveaway. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah.